Wacko here, welcome back to Utopia³. Correct to play so many servers, I forget where I am. Welcome back to Utopia³. I am on here on my own at the minute. A couple of things I want to say before I get started. One of them is I'm going to take my little train ride. Now, I didn't think people would like this much, but I got quite a lot of positive feedback from making this little train system, so thank you very much for doing it. I quite enjoyed making it, actually, laying a bit. Now, what I want it to do is, I want it to have a choice of whether it goes up or down here, but the problem is, when I come down, if this is turned off, it goes past here every time. So I'm gonna get on Bevo's case later when I see him, and because Bevo knows all sorts about railcraft, and see if there's a way I can get off here without it going down. And if that's a possibility, then I'm gonna extend this, and send it so I can go to my other base. Right, staying on the train using some kind of signal setup. So I don't need any comments regarding that. I'm gonna rack Bevo's brain, see what he knows about it. Right. One thing I want to start off with is thanking Nicholas for sorting this out. As you can see, this is now getting concentrated essence berries. Now these actually don't operate like I thought they did. Looks like what he's done is he left a little note here saying that he'd sorted it with a little sign. So I know it was Nicholas who did it. So thank you very much, Nicholas. Now what he's done is put a stick in there. So it looks like it's a right click. First slot only, so it's using that stick to right click the bushes. So it must require a fake hand, I guess. So it's like the stick's something in the hand, whereas I thought these work just by an empty hand right click anyway. But maybe they've changed, I'm not sure. So that's working out though, so I've got loads of XP that I can just eat whenever I want. Look at that, awesome. And that's only 3 of these. Now, I should go show you how many Nicholas has got. Is it just manual setup? But I'll go show you. Let's go back up here then. Check out Crazy Nicholas's base, because he loves it. He doesn't do videos, he should do. He's on Sensor's videos sometimes. Let's head over here. Oops. And let's quickly go to spawn. Ah, it's not spawn, idiot. Not spawn that way. And Nicholas's house is through here. The caretaker's office, because of course it's Nicholas who looks after the server and sorts all our configs out and stuff. Love this base. Check this out. He's got a little house made out of diamond blocks and energy cells and bedrock. Cheaty bedrock. But yeah, check this out. I imagine how much XP all these would get. So Nicholas did a lot of mining when the server first started. Crazy stuff, and the floor is made out of liquid XP as well. Awesome. So there we go. Right. I've done a little community service on the server today. If we head back to spawn, you'll see what I've made. I have made a Tome of Knowledge to echo the builder's research, and to make it worth people using this, I spent about 4 hours this morning, and I have done all the research, including all the new cami stuff. Check out these things, man. Robes of the Stratosphere. See him wearing these robes where he's blessed with the power of eternal flight. Well, having all 4 damage negated. They also passively protect the wearer from any incoming simple projectiles akin to the focus of distortion. Look what they need to make them. They're all very high instability as well. It needs a golden chest plate, an essence summit core, which is a new material, a diamond and arrow firework, feather, a wand focus, a thermostatic harness, and another wand focus. So you can see these are very endgame items. The cowl there is really crazy. I'm thinking of making these on my monster hard mode server, because I'm going to want the best protection I can get. So these fully enchanted up might be what I'll go for on there. Not sure if I need one here, if I'm being perfectly honest. These are quite interesting. Celestial gateways, like a teleporter block. So that's pretty cool. And on this server, of course, we've got Thaumcraft extras. And I didn't know about this, but in Thaumcraft extras, it's not actually, look at all the extra wand foci this adds. Loads of stuff. In Artifice up here, I think, yeah, look at that. Look what Thaumcraft extras adds. The warded blocks that were from Thaumcraft 3. There's warded glass, warded walls, warded carpet even, warded covers. So these are really cool. So Thaumcraft extras had loads of stuff. So I was expecting I don't know to put warded blocks back in, but it looks like he's let them be added by that mod instead. So that's pretty cool. So there, I spent quite a lot of time this morning just watching some TV, a couple of films, and I've got all my research done. So that's nice. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to start working towards ore processing, because I haven't done ore processing for ages. The last time I did some was in this base, and it was using the sag mill and the alloy smelter here. Here's my sag mill still, alloy smelter over there, of course. But what I want to do now is I want to go to using thermal expansion, and I want to triple my ores. So if we look at thermal expansion, we can see that in fact, if we look at, let's take for example dark iron. So we'll look at an ingot of dark iron there, and you can see that smelting, crystalline, so we can get triple ore processing from a big complex factorization setup, which I might do at some point just for fun anyway. Smelting dark iron ore just gets you one, as you'd expect. Redstone furnace gets you one, as you'd expect. Induction smelter with sand gets you 2. Induction smelter with cinnabar gets you 3, and that's the same for all ingots, but it looks like. So if we look at the recipes in induction smelter, in fact, the easiest way of doing this is if we look at the recipes that use cinnabar. There we go. So you see there, cinnabar, copper gets us 3 copper and an 100% chance of a gold. So I might as well set this up to make cinnabar. Aluminium, 3 tin and an iron, 3 iron and a ferrous. All very good. Gold just gets you 75% of rich slag, which then can then be used to yeah, probably not so good now as the other bit, but yeah, maybe. Well, that actually gets the same with some of them as it does as the cinnabar does, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm interested in making this cinnabar stuff. Now, if you look how we make cinnabar, there's a couple of ways of doing it. One is if you pulverize redstone blocks in a pulverizer, you get 6 redstone and a 25% chance of getting cinnabar. And the other way is by using cinnabar ore and gelid cryothium. So one thing I want is I want to be able to get redstone ore blocks, and the only automated mining way I can think of doing that is a MFR laser drill. And the other way is I need to set up a fluid transporter to get gelid cryothium, which is a magma crucible with cryothium dust, and that's made using blizz powder, snowballs, saltpeter, and redstone. That's quite complex. What's blizz powder then? Blizz powder is redstone on snowballs. Interesting. So this is all nice and complex, so I like it. So I'm going to prep some stuff, and I'm going to start building up a nice little thermal expansion area around here. So what I'm going to do is, you've all seen thermal expansion before, you've all seen the machines being made. So I'm going to make a load of machines, and then I'm going to come back and start putting them together. And I might have a couple of dedicated liquid ones, I'm not sure yet. But I might set them up with, I'll probably set them up with A, to be honest. But when I get a load made, I'll be back when they're all made, and we'll start putting them together and seeing what's what. Back in a bit. And there I am, back at Nicholas's, and I came here earlier, I showed you all these berries, and I didn't realise, look what he's got down here. He just showed me this. I'm gonna show it off. Is it this floor? Next floor. So he's got a massive cave up there. He's got all his base hidden down here. I love it. So what he's got down here is really cool. He's got 4 dark rooms with loads of berry bushes. So he's got copper bushes, and that looks like a packager in there from factorization, making them into ingots, I'm guessing. Iron, gold, and tin. Very cool. So they need to be in the dark, of course, because the ones that drop ores need to be in the dark. Yeah, I've just stole that. I'm giving that back. Still need it. There you go. And if we come this way, down again, I think. He has got an actual essence berry bush set up here. Cool. And he's got a similar setup to me with his, just setting his dynamos up, and he's going to put out a 3200 MJ tick once he gets them all up and running, which is nice. So look at that massive cave up there, and I forgot he had this down here. He's got all his stuff hidden down here. So if you look in his ME network, you can see essence berries. He's got 2,500 in there because he cleared up the server before anyone else got on. No, that's not it. I think he's been trading with NPCs for bushes. So I've just actually captured an NPC myself. So this elevator's taking me XP. I should have took some berries. Nah, I don't really need XP. Right, so let's head back to my house. There's someone there. So Sensor just clicked that book by mistake, and he didn't actually want to. So unfortunately, he's got all Foundcraft research done now. But it takes hours. It's making the stuff, that's the fun bit anyway. So right, what I've done then is I've made a startup here. I've made a few machines, and I did them off camera because everyone knows what thermal expansion machines are. So I've got a pulverizer. This is going to be mainly for pulverizing the redstone ore blocks to get the cinnabar. That's what that's going to be mainly used for. This is going to be for taking in cinnabar and for processing that, processing ingots with it. Yeah. And then what I've got here, I've got little 3 things here. I've got a fluid transposer with a glacial precipitator on one side and a magma crucible on the other side. Now I wanted a glacial precipitator there to put snowballs in when I wanted to, because the snowballs make the cryothium dust, and the cryothium dust I needed for something, didn't I? What do I need it for? Fluid transposer, blaze powder, cryothium dust, magma crucible, gelid cryothium makes the cinnabar. Cool. So I don't have a great deal of cinnabar, so I'm mainly going to go off redstone. And then I made an energetic infuser. I've not set any of these up yet. They've got power, I think. Oh no, they haven't even got power yet. They have. So some of them have got power. I'm going to move them around. What I like about thermal expansion machines, I've always liked, is the fact you can set the configuration. So once I get the final layout of this sorted, what I'm going to have is I'm going to have an ME interface on one side, taking things out. And I'm going to have an ME import bus on one side, putting things in via bus. And I'm also going to have an ME interface putting in process stuff in, to whichever machines need it. So I'll be able to automate everything with here. I also need to automate these guys because I run out of vibrant alloy. I'm still actually using all Ender IO conduit for my power. I'm in 2 minds about going to redstone energy conduit, but I don't like the Ender IO, so I'm thinking of staying with that. So that can all go in there. So what else I need to do then is I need to actually work out how to get redstone ore blocks. Now I could go manually mining, but I don't want to do it manually. I want to start a little setup where I can get ore blocks. And as I said, I think the only thing that I know how to do it with is this thing, the laser drill from MFR. So laser drill, pretty straightforward to make. So I've made that actual part. That's pretty straightforward. But also, to go with the laser drill, we also need some pre-charges. Now, the pre-charges, as you may know or may not know, need pink slime balls. And pink slime balls come from processing animals. So, we need 4 of these. We need 1 for each side. We don't need 4. It can run on 1, I think. But I'm going to make 4 of these, so I need some pink slimes. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get a couple of drums. Speaking of drums, that should not have 21 in. I was going to say that's sat at 20 and it didn't do it anymore. Aha, that's why. So Nicholas borrowed a couple of drums, which is why that's gone over 20. That's okay then. I thought something had gone wrong with my little system then. So of course, when this has got 20 drums in the system, 20 full drums, oops, then we look down here, that level emitter comes on, which turns the autonomous activator on, which stops more drums getting placed. So I won't end up with like 1 million drums, because I mean 20 drums is 5 million buckets worth, 5,000 buckets worth. So that's fine. And you see the XP is below 20, so that's not got a signal on. Now this is where the laser drill is going to go. A laser drill needs a clear view down to bedrock, so I'm going to clear that out down there. And I'm going to tidy all this up so that it looks a bit nice as well. But that's where the laser drill is going to go. So we can actually place that now. If you can see from the underside here, I've actually placed an ME interface there. And this is facaded ME cable, so that's going to go straight into the system. So the actual drill itself can go here. And then what I'm going to have is 4 pre-chargers, 1 on each side, run power line to it, connect up to this power up here, and all shall be good. In fact, I think I'll probably go put power and facade it with a block with the Ender IO facades. So right, what we need then to get pink slime is this guy. Got a slaughterhouse, gold swords, and the usual MFR stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go downstairs. Let's use the train. That's what it's for. Toot toot. I think you can only have whistles on a actual proper train thing. You know, the locomotive. So that's a shame. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get stuck on there. I'm going to run over here. Oh, the reason why Nicholas explained why this wasn't working. The reason why it wasn't working before is because the autonomous activator was right clicking the berry, which was actually eating the berry, so that's why there was no berries coming through. It was eating it. Makes sense, yeah? So now it's not eating the berry, it's knocking the berry off, and then it gets sucked through. So first slot only knocks the berry into it. It doesn't eat the berry goes into there. Miles more sense, doesn't it? So that's what I was doing wrong. I have kept this guy's trades for birch barricades and landmines. It'll give me tin or berry bushes. I want to see if these trades escalate up to berry bushes. They may do. So I'm going to have the pre-charge is going to come through. The laser drill is going to come through here as well. So what I want to grab here is I want to grab my cow. Safari net. Cow. There we go. And I didn't even grab the drums that I said I was going to grab, did I? Let's go back up. Grab some drums. I think at some point I need to extend my ME network down there, which makes it's going to make it more expensive to run, but never mind. Drum. I want a couple of empties, and then so they're full. 256. Yeah. Oh, very kind of him. Fill them back up as well. Let's. Thank you, Nicholas. Just sling them back in there. So I've got a whole load of fuel. Very nice. What else do I need? I need a bit of duct. Fluid duct. Liquid duct. Fluid duct. I don't remember the name. Now, can I upgrade these to the coloured ones? The see-through ones? I can. I'm thinking of upgrading them to the see-through ones, because I've just seen them at Nicholas's and they look miles nicer when you can see through them. So I'm probably going to do that. I'll do that off camera next time I cut, probably. So, down we go. Do I need anything else? I don't think I do. I don't think I need servos. Let's just drop down this time. And where can cow go? Cow can go in here. So what I'm going to do is, for now, I'm going to break this grinder. Oh, there. That's not powered. Let's go one of these ones. And what's this one got in it? Just some power. And wolf. Killing wolves, terrible. So I'm going to break that guy. Right, I want to make sure I get this right. And I'm going to put this guy down instead, slaughterhouse. Now hopefully this won't fill it with mob essence. I don't want it to. Good, that's good. That's all fine. And at the back of that, what I'm going to have is, I want to put 2 drums down here. But I'm going to put one down first, because the issue is, this slaughterhouse puts out 2 types of liquid. It puts out pink slime liquid, and it puts out liquid meat. Cow's in there, yeah. Cool, we can shut that. Mob essence won't go in there, that shouldn't connect. But power's going in, so that's good. So if we turn this guy on, we should start getting cows coming up. Once it's little idle thing. There we go. And that has got pink slime in, cool. And you'll see, if we keep an eye on this, one's going to have pink slime in. We're also going to get liquid meat. So, if you look there, the fluid duct's got meat in it. The drum's got slime in it, so I'll have to put another drum there. So now we've got one drum with meat in it, and one drum with pink slime in it. Liquid meat, lovely. What can we make with liquid meat? I think we can make meat blocks. Raw meat block. Comes from raw meat ingots. Comes from raw meat nuggets. What's liquid meat used in? Meat name. Give me a bucket of meat. Biogas fuel. Interesting. Is that all I can use it for? I thought I could make... Never mind then. So what I need is a bucket's worth of this. So you see I'm up to 424 milli buckets. Once I've got a bucket's worth of that, I can stop this. So that's coming in nice and quick. So what I'll do is I'll get my pink slams. I'm going to get Safari with pink slams in case anyone else needs them. So as soon as I've got a bucket's worth there, I'm going to grab, I think I've got a spare Safari net in here. I have, wonderful. So I'll get myself a bucket. We're nearly there, aren't we? Might as well carry on. Look at that, it's got 5 buckets worth of that already. There we go. So there's a bucket, sweet. So we can turn this off now. Don't need any more of that. So down we go. And then, right, if I remember how to do this right, I've cooked this up before. It's been a while since I've done it, so I might cook it up again. What I think I do is I put the slime down. I'll pour it down there, see what happens. No, that's not what I do then. Can't remember what I do. Back in a bit. Oh, look, I've got one. All I did was, I just had to put it in there, and I waited a little bit, and he turned into a little pink slime there. Awesome. So I'm going to catch him now in my Safari net, because that'll save me having to make more. And now we can get rid of this stuff. Where's my wrench? Be a bit quicker. So I don't actually need any more of that. So that can come back out of there, and my grinder can go back in. What are you stuck over there for? Oh, I've turned my thing off, haven't I? When Nicholas dropped something. Bit of glass. So that can come out of there. My grinder can go back in there. Lost a little bit of power, but we've got plenty of that stuff. That'll fill back up, lovely. And what I can do now is put the pink slam in there. Put our chest back, and we're going to very easily and quickly get the pink slams we need for our pre-charges. Now I could have just kept that running and just gone in there and spawn. I mean, I could have spawned more and just got them, but it's easier doing this way. Then if I want to make any more, I mean, I might want 4 around here at some point. Who knows? There we go. There's one. So I need 4 of these. 2, 3. There we go. Sorted. So I'll turn that off again. I've got my pink slams, easy as that. And now up we go, and we can make our pre-charges. Awesome. Whee! Oops. So pre-charges. Preach. There we go, that'll do. So in there, let's put pink slams into the network. There's real pre-charges. I'll have 4 of you, please. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. I'm going to want some conduit. I'm going to want some facades. That'll do nicely. And where are we going to run the power from for this then? Let's have a look. So what you need here is, first of all, we need, that's burning me, but it's not actually showing anything. That's weird. It's not showing anything because there's no path down to bedrock yet. Oh, damn it. Back in a sec. Let me clear this out a bit so that it's actually got a path down here so it can see bedrock. It doesn't have to be, it only has to be 1 wide, this, by the way, but I thought I'd make it look nice, so I'm making it like a 3 by 3 with the laser coming down the middle. But if I cleared straight up that line, you'd get the laser. So back in a minute when I've done that. Okay, then I have tidied the shaft up, and now I can actually get my pre-chargers, get these guys placed. And what I should have really done is I should have got the conduit sorted as well, but that I believe is facing the wrong way. So we're going to want these guys facing that like so. There we go. Wonderful. So turn around, you. And then can I place it this way? Will that be easier? No, same. Okay. So now I know what I need to do is run power. It's in the wrong place, isn't it? Full. Get over there. You go there. There we go. and there. Sweet. So that's what it's going to look like from up here. And I'm going to block this door up. So that's what you're going to see here. What happens with these is these chaps take a lot of power. As you can see there, 9600 MJ. They'll build work up, and every time, well, actually, the transfer their energy as work straight into here, actually, and this builds work up. Once this has got enough work, then this uses power to get work. Once it's got enough work, it creates a block out of thin air. So the idea behind this is it's creating blocks from. So sick of getting burnt by this thing. It creates blocks from under bedrock. It mines blocks from under bedrock. So it's actually a really cool power sink, but it's pretty cool for getting materials because once you've got it set up, you never have to touch it again. It's like a fire and forget. So I actually really like it. So what I need to do now then is get the guy wired up, and I want to make it tidy. So I'm going to take a little bit of time over it. I'm going to be using my facades, my iron facades that I should have in here. Seems to have lost them. What have I done with them? Oh, there they are, look. So that'll keep it all tidy. So it's under here somewhere. There's the interface. So it should be there, there, and there. Sweet. I just broke. Oops, I just broke the MA cable. So I'm not going to do that, am I? As it runs across there. I have to do it a little bit different. Back in a bit when I've worked it out. Well, wow, check that out. This is taking some power. So my average output is 2037.7. I'm thinking the 37.7 is going to be my, isn't it? That's going to be my ME network. So that is actually taking 2000 MJs. So it looks like each of the pre-charges is taking 500 MJs each. So we've actually run out of power in there. What I'm going to need to do is I'm going to put some kind of power cap on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at making a resonant ender cell, which is the top level of the ender cell, resonant energy cell. So I've just left this up in here so you can see what's going on. Now they've gone out of power now because it was keeping up though. But as you can see, the pre-chargers have all got power. So what I did in the end, actually, I ran the conduits in the two opposite corners, like that. I actually didn't want that connecting there. Can I get in there and do that? I'll do it there. Screw it. I should be able to do it with a wrench in my hand. I don't want them two connecting. There we go. That's all I want it. So the pack getting power from the two corners. As you can see, the power's running across there. That's not connected to the top of that. But as you can mainly see, is it's just pulling miles too much power. So I either need to follow Nicholas's lead and make an absolute shit ton more dynamos, or I need to limit this somehow. So I think I'm going to go with limiting it. So there we go. That's better. What we've got up top here now, I've still got no processing, so that can be a sealed unit. I am going to need to be able to turn this off, aren't I? So what I'm going to need to do is, what I want is, I'm going to put an energy cell probably here where the conduit runs. So I'll have power going to the energy cell, and I'll have power coming out of it, but I'll have this on a switch, so I can put a switch here, so it'll be like this. So I'll be able to turn that off, and I'll be able to turn the laser drill off. So what's happening here is, looking here, this is full because we're getting ores in. I've got some gold. I might have had a bit already of this stuff, so let's take all the ores out of there. So I really need to get to the point where, look at that, a couple of dark iron. Topaz, aluminium. I'm pretty sure I don't have many ores in here, so I might have had some though. I certainly had some uranium. But let's start getting this dealt with. So what we're looking for is redstone. Now what you can do, there's focuses. Foci, focus, laser focus, there we go, these guys, laser focus, and one of these, probably the red one, is probably going to give me a better chance at getting redstone. So because I'm going to want as much redstone as I can to process as much of this triple as I can, then I think I'm going to want to work out which one is the focus for redstone. It's probably going to be the red, but I'll check on a wiki. and I'm going to get some of them thrown together. So it's just stained glass of the colour, surrounded by emeralds. And if we're looking at our thing again down there, we can actually get quite a lot in there. What I need to do at the minute, I think, is just turn this off for now. Let's just break that a second. That should stop, and I should start to get some power back in here. So average output's dropped, say, look, 37.7. So the laser drill does take 2000 MJ a tick, which is crazy. Love it. So looks like that's its max. Hello, sensor. Cool. So I'll get sorting a few more things out, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay then, and I'm back, and I put in 6 of these focus things. So just have a quick look in there. I'll show you them. So we've got 6 of these red focuses in. I've just had a quick check on a couple of things, and apparently we've got ones of these that do status quartz and uranium and stuff now. So I shall probably be changing these at some point, but for now, ooh, I've fallen. I've fallen into the fire. Big hazard signs were not enough for me. Now this, looking at it, I'm clearly never going to get enough. I'm never going to get enough cinnabar to actually do this for all the ores, am I? So what I'm going to have to do is set up some kind of thing with other ways of getting stuff as well. But I wanted to mess around with it, so mess around with it I shall. Did I put the glass on there? Didn't I? So that's what I've been doing over there. Now this is drawing power down. Check this out. How awesome does this look with the clear pipes? That looks miles better, doesn't it? So we've got fuel and water going into all the engines there. I like that a lot. So thanks, Nicholas, for showing me that, because that kind of inspired me. I've been messing around. I'm enjoying this. What I've got is I've got 124 buckets worth of resonant ender in that tank. I've got about 156 buckets worth of redstone in this one. I'm just going to mess around a little bit and now what am I doing here? What I'm doing here is actually going to work how I expected it to, is it? Oops, get off. What I'm doing here is I'm putting a little bit of redstone back into there. Let's see, that's disabled, that's good. So that should be putting redstone into there. And it is, and that's going to be making some of this stuff, bliss powder. Now what I actually want to do is I want to take that away. And that wants to be on there. So I could set up kind of automated things for all these over there as well. But I don't think I'm going to bother. I might do it at one point, but for now I'm not going to bother. And what I can do with this is I can send them out into here. Alright. You guys. There. What colour's that? Orange. There we go. Why are you not coming? Why are you not coming to blue? Eh? Bliss powder? What I'm trying to send is that bliss powder. Oh no, that's why, because I haven't finished it yet, have I? It needs not just bliss powder on its own, it needs saltpeter, which I might not have. So I was making some of that blue stuff there. Have I got any saltpeter? I've got no saltpeter at all. I wonder if I've been trashing that because I didn't think I'd need it for anything. No. So I need to start getting saltpeter then for making that stuff. So I shall stop messing around with that for now then. Let's stop making them. So I've got this glacial precipitator. You fill it with water, you can make either ice, snow or snowballs. So I'm just messing around with that. So we'll leave that off for now. Right then, let's let that carry on. So what I'm going to do is I want to make 3 things. I have made, as you can see there, reinforced strong box. The reinforced strong box is made with hardened glass around a hardened strong box, and you go backwards. You've got invar around a normal one, and then tin around a normal wood chest. And the portable tank's very similar. Hardened glass, invar, and then oops, before that was tin. No, it wasn't. Before that was just glass around a copper ingot for that. By the way, that I pressed 3 on my number key on my number pad there to see the recipe of that. Very awesome. I need to change that actually to R and U in my controls. So there's 2 of the things that I could make into resonant. That and that. Now I actually need a crescent hammer for this. Oops. What I actually need to do is not a crescent hammer at all. What I need to do is make redstone arsenal omni wrench, which I will get on with at some point. And that's why I've made the energetic infuser there as well. So, come on, fingers are everywhere and not where they're meant to be. That kind of made no sense. Put you there, let's pop you off. So I love these strong boxes. I'm going to change all my chests to them, I think. Plenty of room in that. You can pick them up and they keep their inventory. Really smart. I like that a lot. So for now, what I'm going to do is just take that off there for now. And we'll keep that redstone going in there for now. I'll let that keep going. So what I want to make is, I want to make a redstone energy cell. So we can get some control onto the thing there. So on the electrum, lead ingot, redstone conductor. This is all pretty straightforward. I should have some electrum. Let's have a look. Oh, I was going to show you that as well. I'll show you that first, really quick. Check this out, block smasher. Now I'm getting ores. There shouldn't be many going into there because I've made a little cell from. We've got silver ore has gone in. I need to add silver ore to my little ores. I made a pre-formatted ores storage cell until I can get my head around everything. So if we look at ores now, what? Why did that not show that? Oh, that's why. Because I'm an idiot. You see, we've got 15 redstone. We've got all kind of stuff in it. Oh, we've got some saltpeter, look. So check out the kind of things we're getting here. This is crazy. This is, I don't know if this is ever going to be good enough as a primary mining source. I think I used it in Unleashed, I believe, as my primary mining source, and it did seem me alright. But I was using a lot of bee stuff as well. I was getting a lot of metal and stuff from bees. Yeah, so it was kind of like a secondary mining source. But what we've got here, we have got firestone. Check that out. There's firestone for railcrafters get popping up in here. We have got all kind of stuff. We've got some diamond ores, dark iron, load of biomes of plenty of stuff. Bit of nether quartz, not much. As you can see though, we're getting more redstone than anything else. That's catching up to these ones that we had more of anywhere. This iridium was already there. Bit of lapis. So it's not massively brilliant, to be honest. I don't think I could survive purely on that. I'm going to have to get my quarry going at some point as well. But what we can do with some of these things is make this thing. Books, precision sledgehammers, which are just like that. Sticks and plastic. Get this thing called a block smasher. What we can do with this is, so dump it here for now just to show you it. What we can do with this is we feed it mob essence and power. And what you can do is you can set Fortune 3 on it. So things like diamond ore. If you check out diamond ore, if you process it any other way, smelting gets you 1. Redstone furnace gets you 1. Pulverizer gets you 2, so you double it with that. Alloy smelter 1. Lacerator 1. And that's it. Whereas if you obviously hit it with fortune, like I've got on my pick, we've got 2 that time, but let's see what we get. So we've got 3 that time, 4 that time, and 3 that time. So you get more with fortune. So what this does, this uses mob essence, and it breaks the blocks of fortune on it. So that's kind of cool. So I'll be setting that up for some of these ores. Some of like stuff like diamonds, emeralds, stuff like that. I'll be getting put through the block smasher. So we'll be doing that. Very nice. So let's now see if we can make one of these guys. I need some more electrum then. Yeah, electrum is golden. Go on, let me in. Gold and silver. Am I mate there? I hope I'm not. I think my shoulder might have been hitting it. Look at all that quicksilver that I've or cinnabar that I've not used right, I guess. Now I think what I can do with this. No, is it not in there? Electrum, induction smelter. I can do it in. That's fine. Do it in there. Alloy smelter, silver, gold. It's not a smelter, isn't it? I wonder why it won't do in that. I wonder if I had to have it in smelting mode. Let's have a look. I'm curious. Furnace mode. Alloys only. No, it's not having it, is it? I'm sure it showed it there. Let me look at the wrong thing. Let's do it in here though, so we're not wasting too much time. That should start making me some electrum. Nice. I'll put that back to all smelting. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So that should be enough to get us going. So let's quickly do this because I don't want to spend all day doing this. Oh, damn it. Energy cell. So I need a frame. Start with that here. I made some of this hardened glass using lead and obsidian, which is what you need as well. And now the frame, remember correctly, yep, needs to get fed into here. So this should have finished by now. Oh, no it hasn't, because we've got too much. So that's putting redstone into there, very good. This can get slung over here for now. And in here we want one of them making. I want to wait for everything else, so we're going to wait for that. What I want to do is make it into one of these. So let's look at endarium. So I need 4, 8, 12 because I want 12 of these. I want some further stuff as well. So for that we're going to need some pyrotheum, which is so we're going to need 6 pyrotheum dust, which I should have. We need some endarium blend. So some resonant ender, some pulverized shiny metal, right? Shy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was it 6? Let's go with 8. Get that pulverized. So in there we've got loads of electrum, nice, and in there we should have energy cell, nice. So you'll go in there. Oops. Try that again. You'll go in there. So that gets us a redstone energy cell. Nice. And then, so now we're on, we're making this endarium stuff. Promethium. I thought I had some promethium. I thought I could make it. Looks like I can't. Must be on a different server. So easy to get confused these days. So I need to make some promethium as well then. Oh damn it. I'm kind of rushing now because the video's getting a bit long. You may notice. Sulfur, redstone, and blah blah blah. Oh sure, I had a pattern in here for this already. Because I don't think I've got auto crafting on the other server. I have, look. I was filling it wrong. I think I might have been spelling it wrong. So let's go with 6 of them. And now the other thing we need is this blend stuff in it. Endarium blend. So that's tin and shiny metal. Gets me 4. Let's pulverize some tin. So I did 8 of them, so I'm going to want 24, yeah? So this will always come in handy, we can use this for other stuff as well. And I'm going to need a bucket, I'm going to need a bucket a few times, so let's grab a bucket. Now the reason why I made a barrel full of resonant ender was just so I could do this. And I can automate this using various means, but for now I can just do it in a bucket, grab myself buckets of resonant ender like so. Works for me. I'll grab some of this stuff. And that is how we make our endarium blend. Wonderful. I can keep filling the bucket up, you see. And was it 12 that I wanted? So I'll just do 12 for now. I'll do the rest once the video finishes. We've got a bit for next time. 12 of them. So induction smelter, we want pyrotheum and endarium blend. Is that correct? It's exciting stuff this. I've never done any of this new thermal expansion stuff. Cool. Endarium ingots. So we need to wait for them to cook up, let's say. As well grab these while we're waiting. Spread them out. I need 5 more buckets of this stuff. Yeah, I'll automate the making of this stuff at some point. Probably using a liquid crafter from MFR. That's the general go-to. General thing I go to when I want to make something that uses buckets of liquid. So while we're messing around with this, there we go. So I've got some more of that stuff to play with later. This is working away. So let's first of all grab our first 4, put them around there. That's now a resonant energy cell. Awesome. And what I can do with that now then is I can put that here where we've got a facade covering a energy conduit. So I want input there. Oops, there. I'm going to want output there, and I want a redstone signal to be enabled high, I think. So that shouldn't be putting anything out at the minute. This is going to make this really slow, isn't it? What's the max that this can do? Is that 100 MJ tick? Is that 1000 MJ tick, isn't it? It's 1000 MJ tick, yeah. So that's cool. So I think what we want. So that's turned on. So this should be outputting. Can I max that? How do I max it? Max is... Oh, that's max, okay. So that should be putting things in and out at the same time. So my power should be running. And yeah, look, we're not quite using everything. So that's exactly what I wanted. So that there is using 1000 MJ a tick. And when we turn that off, what that should do is that should turn off the laser drill, which is what we was after. And is it working? It doesn't think that's working, is it? Well, that's filling up now. So that would suggest it is. Oh, right, because it's filling up. Of course it is. So once that's full, yeah, that makes more sense. So that's going to be a big buffer there, isn't it? So that's going to fill up first, and then this is going to relax. Sweet. So there we go. We've got a little bit of control on the laser drill using that resonant energy cell. And for the rest of this stuff, just before we wrap up, let's pick them up, pick that up, and grab these guys out of here. We've got a nice big resonant strongbox, and we've got a nice big resonant portable tank. So that will hold 64 buckets of liquid. These are really nice. I've always liked portable tanks. I liked them when they were just normal in the older versions. Barrels are really good, but these are really good as well. You can just drop on top of stuff, hit them with a wrench to output, or leave them with ZR to input. Very nice. And then our resonant strongbox, which of course does store things, is nice and big. So I plan to make all my chests these at some point, because I've got a lot of ender pearls, so I might as well, haven't I? So there we go. I think I'm going to wrap up there. Thank you as always for watching. I hope it was entertaining. We have got a way of getting funky ores. Next episode we'll look at seeing just how much of this cinnabar stuff we can get. I'm not that confident we can get enough to make it worthwhile, to be honest. So I may look into doing factorization triple processing as well. But I've not fully decided yet. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope I see you next time. Cheers. Bye.